I have no idea why I'm making this video or talking about Madagascar more. I thought that Madagascar was an okay franchise and didn't care to think about them ever again. But then I thought, well, I didn't really talk about Madagascar 3 and the Penguin spin-off yet. And my previous Madagascar videos were doing really well, so... Okay, I know that I'm about to get massive hate in the comments, but the first Madagascar movie is probably the worst of the trilogy. Like, I don't hate this movie, like, it's fine. I already made a whole video about it. The plot in this movie is just non-existent. Like, this movie just focuses on comedy and slapstick instead of like actual emotional moments and character development. I still like some parts of this movie, like the first half where the animals are just going out into New York and exploring the city. That was pretty fun, and also some of the jokes landed, and the penguins are in this movie for like 2 scenes. In the second half, after the animals get to Madagascar, the plot just like drops. So the movie has to give Alex hallucinations, and he tries to eat everyone. Nice job, movie. This is such a coherent story and plot. My excitement for this film is like my enthusiasm making this video right now. Gloria and Melman contributes like nothing to the story, and the lemurs aren't that funny. If you want to see more of my thoughts, just like watch my video on it. But there are still some like good things about this movie, and it can be enjoyable, so next movie, I guess.
Circus, Afro circus, Afro circus, Afro polka dot, Afro.
Madagascar 3 is pretty good. This is probably the most underrated Madagascar movie of all time. Not saying that this film doesn't have any flaws. Yes, the circus plotline was just kind of thrown in there, and most of the subplots were just put in there to make characters do stuff, or they were just cut too short to have any emotional impact. Especially the Vitelli subplot. This plotline about this tiger who's afraid to perform a circus stunt because of his past experiences and scars had so much potential. Overall, I think it was way too short. They literally finished the plotline 2/3 into the movie. Marty, Melman, and Gloria didn't really contribute anything in the story, and most of the new characters weren't that interesting. Then there's this weird plot line about King Julian and a bear. Okay, let's actually talk about the good stuff. First off, the villain was great. The cop was just so comedic and was the right type of villain for a Madagascar movie. She doesn't need an emotional backstory. She's just a fun villain. The emotional moments were also pretty good, and the action and animation are great. The comedy is still pretty strong, and I find this movie more entertaining and watchable than the first Madagascar movie. The Penguins of Madagascar is just really fun. This movie was such a cash grab, but the film actually turned out really enjoyable. The action is good, the characters are good, the comedy is good, the villain is good. This is one of those movies where you just sit back and relax and just turn your brain off because so much dumb stuff just happened in this movie. And that's kind of what I like about it. The movie knows that it's not trying to be a serious film, and it's really entertaining. The whole story between Flippers and Private and like the whole family theme, it was a little bit off and wasn't that interesting and generic. Also, the plotline with the agents, really boring and uninteresting. The final battle was also great. And overall, this is a fun spin-off. It's like Minions if Illumination actually tried. Wait, no, I take that back. Minions is the best movie in all of film history. It's a masterpiece and deserves every single Oscar in the entire world. Madagascar Escape to Africa is the best Madagascar movie. Again, I made a whole video about this on my channel, so if you want to see more details, just watch it, I guess. I think that this movie has the best story, the best emotional moments, the best jokes, and best action. Mostly every single character has plot relevance in the actual plot line where they develop as characters. I like the plot line between Alex and his father. It has lots of emotional weight and a great arc for Alex. There are lots of good jokes and running gags, like the old lady and Mort. The villain was good, and this film was just a huge step up from the first movie. There are still some flaws, like King Julian doesn't really do anything, and lots of dumb stuff happen with no explanation at all, or just coincidentally. But still, this is a great film and my favorite film in the Madagascar franchise. Alright, so that was my ranking of all the Madagascar movies. Again, this franchise is okay, like I don't hate it or anything, it's not the most interesting compared to all the other DreamWorks franchises. Still, I enjoyed revisiting these movies again, but I probably won't be watching these again anytime soon. So, bye, I guess.